if you're a singer and you want to have a career, then I'm thinking that maybe you want to make some money. That would be good, wouldn't it? Well, whether you're just starting out or already performing, there are other ways to make money other than trying to get that gig. Okay. Because basically, there are lots of ways in which you can create your own opportunities in order to get some cash into your pocket. Now, it might not be a lot of cash, but it might be something that can just simply support your career as you're pushing it forward. So I'm just going to give you just a couple of ideas. And look, there are many, many more ideas out there, but these are just 4 quick ideas that you might be able to start doing next week to get a little bit of a cash injection into your bank account. So let's get started. The first thing that I am going to mention, which maybe many of you have already done, is to utilize digital platforms. And what I'm talking about specifically is I'm talking about number one, live streaming. Okay. Live streaming is an excellent way for you to perform without pressure for your target audience, that they can listen to you in the privacy of their own home, and gives you an opportunity to get them to thank you monetarily for your performance. So what you can do is get on a live streaming platform. I mean, you can do this on Facebook Live or Instagram Live, or there's even specific live streaming platforms like StreamYard. StreamYard is one of my favorites, because what you can do is you can create ticker tapes on the screen that you can provide your PayPal or your Venmo or your Zelle account, that you can encourage your audience members to send you tips. So I remember I did a live stream right at the very beginning of the pandemic. It was a Christmas live stream, and I really had no idea. It was the first time that I had really done one like that, and I had no idea if anybody was going to show up, and certainly had no idea if anybody was going to give me money. I had a little ticker tape, and I mentioned, if you're feeling, holiday happy and generous, and you want to give me a tip, that's great. I made $125 from just sitting at my piano, singing in my little studio all by myself, and, sharing Christmas stories, right? So it's a way that, first of all, you can engage with your audience and try out new music. It's a way for you to perform and have just a little cash there that your audience can send you as appreciation. So if you haven't tried that, that might be something you might want to consider. Now, on the other side of it, there are also patron sites. And what these patron sites are, like Patreon specifically, is that you basically set up an online profile, and you offer to anyone who signs up to be a regular patron of yours to give them exclusive content. Okay, so say that you are a singer-songwriter and you are working on a new album or something, and you have people that want to follow you and be part of that. They sign up as your patron, and they then send you money regularly every month. It could be $5 a month, it could be $100 a month, whatever. They're sending you regular money, and as a thank you for that, what you're doing is you're giving them behind the scenes access to you and your project so that you are creating content specifically for them. You don't share this on other public social media channels or whatever. You are sharing content that is made specifically for those people that are paying for it. So check that out if you don't know anything about these patron sites. I'm sure there are others out there, but it is a great way to get an engaged audience. And look, the fact of the matter is that people want to support you. There are people out there that will support you monetarily. You just need to get out in front of them and ask for it. And I guarantee people will give it to you. Okay? Now, another out of the box idea is that you could give house concerts. You know, there are lots of people out there in the world that have a group of friends that love to gather once a month or once a week or whatever, and they would love to have a live musician come in and perform for them. So why not make that live musician be you? Okay. You could actually market yourself for these house concerts and the way that you could do it is you could either say that you will take a flat fee of whatever your flat fee is, or you could suggest to the host that whoever comes would just pay $5 or $10 at the door or whatever, and then you would get that fee or whatever, and you tailor your performances to the audience. Okay. So that is a way for you to get out in the world, start making some instant cash. But even more important, what you're doing with house concerts is you're starting to develop an audience, because that host may know you. But that host may invite a whole bunch of people to this house concert that has never heard of you before. And so they come, they hear you perform, and they're like, wow, that person is really great. You can then, after that, have a little email sign up. They join your email list, and the next time you perform out at a paying gig, they might be in the audience. So house concerts are really, really great opportunities to make a little cash and build an audience. Okay. Another thing that you could do is busking. Okay. So busking is all about street performance, right? If you live in a bustling city like New York, you go into the subway and you're always seeing musicians performing in the subway while strap hangers are commuting to wherever it is that they're going. Okay. So you could, find a lucrative, busy place in your community that maybe it's a coffee shop, or maybe it's in the lobby of a hotel, or if it's in the subway or whatever. And you could perform a set for an hour or a couple of hours and just have a tip jar out. And as people walk by, they'll give you some money, or if nothing else, they'll give you applause and appreciation, right? Now, the only thing about busking that you have to be really careful of is that many communities, cities, towns, and whatever have laws or regulations about where and when you can perform, or if you can perform at all. So make sure that you check with your municipalities and learn all of the rules and follow those rules carefully. Okay. The last thing that you could do is you could coach. Okay. Now, I say that with a caveat that if you decide that you want to coach other singers in singing or acting, interpretation, or musicianship or whatever, you need to make sure that you have some qualifications underneath you. Okay. That if you've never coached before, and you've never had voice lessons before, please don't teach voice lessons, okay? Don't teach voice lessons before you've actually learned how to teach from a reputable teacher, okay? But perhaps you've had many classes in acting, and there are young singers, young high schoolers or middle schoolers that are auditioning for musicals, and they really need audition techniques. And you've been out there and auditioning for a long time. You could absolutely coach young singers in how to audition, how to connect to a lyric, how to act a song. You know, if you are great with piano skills and you're a singer, maybe you teach young people how to, or beginner adults, how to play the piano. These are all ways to use your musicianship, your musical training, to actually share what it is that you do and love with others who really want to learn about it. Okay. And again, if you really want to do this, if you really want to teach and do something, that make sure that you are finding the professional development opportunities to learn more about how to teach. Okay. That's really, really important. You will thank me for that advice, and your potential new students will definitely thank you. Okay. So again, as I said, there are many, many, many more money-making opportunities out there. Really, your creativity is the limit for figuring out how you can use your talent to make some cash. Okay. But just make sure that whenever you're embarking on a new project to try to make money, plan it all out. Write down all the details and make sure that you're prepared for whatever it is that those opportunities entail. All right. If you have any great money-making opportunities for singers in particular, of how you can use your singing talent, I would love to know what you've done in the past. So tell me in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, because I am always giving tips on entrepreneurship, artistry, and performance for singers. Until next time.